So we finally got a little change of pace. I wanted to call this like the do it yourself episode, but I don't even think that makes sense. But it's more like a question and answer type episode, you know? I put out like a little survey and I'm just going to be taking, questions that people that actually listen to my previous episodes and stuff like that. What you would like to know, depending on what you ask me. Like that's pretty much what we're gonna do. So the first thing somebody said was they pretty much said I should do like movie and TV show reviews, which is kind of crazy because it's like I'm not a big fan of like I watch movies from time to time. I mean, I guess we all do. We all watch movies and TV shows from time to time, but I don't know. I tend to find myself watching the same type of stuff. Like I watch The Office a lot. Like I watch Seinfeld, The Office. I watch and I'm really big on like horror movies. So it's hard for me to review stuff cuz it wouldn't really work. Like I would complain a lot about a lot of things. And horror movies are very very low in quality. There's not too many good horror movies that I've seen in a long time. So, I don't know. It's like I feel like they made movies like way better like a long time ago. Like when I was a kid, I used to see like pretty dope movies, but like now it's like everything's so rushed and just thrown out. Then I have, what's your opinion on time travel? Yeah, these questions are wild, man. Like, what? Time travel? Like, I don't know, man. Like, I just started watching, like, Kang, the Marvels and stuff. Like, Marvel, the Avengers doing, like, the multiverse and time travel. I don't know. But if you think about it, like, uh, there has to be ways. I'm guessing there has to be ways to do anything and everything. I'm like, there's electricity, there has to be a way to do it. There has to be a way to do something. That's pretty much how I look at stuff. And they said, the next question, what's one book that changed your life? Is Playboy a book? Because, like, the first time that I saw titties was, like, it was great. I'm not going to lie. And it was, like, it's cool because, you see big white titties, big black titties. That's one thing that nobody really complains about. Big black ass, big white ass. Nobody really complains when somebody's naked. Like, you just enjoy yourself. That's pretty much what it comes down to. So, uh, that'll probably be. I mean, is Playboy really a book? And was it Playboy? It might have been like something crazy, like Ghetto Mommies or something. I don't know. Like, who knows? Let's see what else we got here. They said, what's one thing that brings you comfort? One thing that brings me comfort, I would probably say, is my family. Like, especially like my mom. Like my mom, she's a tough cookie, especially like growing up and stuff like that. But as I've gotten older and I've seen how cold this world could be, she's really never switched up on me. Like she's never switched up. Like she's loved me unconditionally, and that's something that you really can't say or get from anybody else. That's a hard thing to find in this world is unconditional love. Cause I truly believe a lot of times when you get unconditional love, it's from a child. So a lot of people, like sometimes, people that don't have kids, you don't really experience that. And then as adults, there's there's conditions that have to be met for you to be loved or for you to love somebody. Cause at the end of the day, like I said, there's conditions. Like you have to treat somebody. Not saying they're bad, they're good or bad, but like you have to treat somebody good. Financially, you have to be stable. What if you wasn't stable? The person you with might look at you differently. That's not unconditional love. Like that's still a condition that has to be met. And some people, mothers and fathers, truly just don't love them. Like maybe you didn't want them, or that was the issue. But I can honestly say that's one thing that brings me comfort because she's never, throughout everything, she's never turned on me and never treated me any type of way. Like, but with love. Uh, what's one thing that you can change in the world today? Hmm. If I could change one thing in the world, it would probably be. It's hard because I would say negativity, but that's so broad. Because negativity could be, somebody just waking up on the wrong side, and you could spill your coffee in the morning and your day's negative in your eyes. So, I would probably say less violence. That's what I would probably say. Definitely less violence. Because a lot of these issues, I do feel like financially, I do. I never. I'm not into like political things and talking about left or right, but I do feel like there's some issues that financially the world could address if they wanted to, but they're not because it doesn't benefit. There has to be some kind of like give and take, a little bit of pull. I know a lot of times we sit here and we chill and we talk crazy, but sometimes it's there's a brain behind the madness. How do you feel about the education system? Oh, truthfully, I feel like everybody should. I do work very, very closely with the education system. I do feel like everybody should go mobile. I feel like every student should have an iPad so they can have access to the internet, so they can have access to the most up to date information. That's pretty much all. Like, that's the only real opinion I have because I don't really feel. First of all, there's um, information, there's tests, and there's literature. Well, the literature is fine because at the end of the day, it builds history, like English literature and things like that. You look back on it, but um, there's a lot of work that's not updated as far as like 2000. Say you're in the year 2023 and you're learning equations from the year 2002, or you're learning, like, there should be some kind of, I feel like every year there should be some kind of updated version of work that you want somebody to learn, even though a lot of times maybe the work doesn't really apply. Like, who knows? What is a new skill that you are trying to acquire? A new skill. Hmm. I'm not gonna say I try to paint because I've tried to paint for a long time. I can draw very well, but as far as painting, I never was able to control the paint. But a new skill, I would like to take my drawing and try to translate it into doing tattoos on the side, just to see what that would be like. Only because, like I said, they have rotary pens now that you can use, which rotary pens translating, you can draw, you can, we'll see. That happens. Like, that's pretty much. So those are pretty much the questions that you got. I would like to, throw one of these episodes in here and there. We don't want to get too serious. We got to talk a little bit about titties and booties and stuff like that. But I would just appreciate the fact that you guys even take the time to listen. I appreciate the fact that you're sending in questions. Like, I just you know, appreciate that you enjoy the sauce. And sorry for the ads, man. Like, I don't know. I still don't know what they're telling you guys. Like, I'm gonna listen to it back because I usually just listen to what I'm saying. I'm gonna try to listen and see what they. I don't want them selling you like, you know, I don't want them trying to sell you on weird things. Like, maybe like baby prison or something. I don't know, but I'll figure it out. I'll find out what they're doing.